Morning everyone and welcome back to Family of Three. We're bringing you back here to the Hobbiton movie set down in Matamata. We've made our way down this morning. It's a weekend, it's a very foggy and chilly weekend, but nonetheless we're going to be taking you along with us and checking it out. We haven't been here in a while, it's been a couple of years. Last time we came we did the second breakfast and we're going to be doing that again this morning, so it'll be interesting to check that out, see if it's changed and see how it's all going. I've also opened up the Hobbit hole and we haven't been here since they did that, so we're going to be checking that one out and taking you in there as well. So yeah, come along with us as we show you around.
I'm very, very pleased that you're able to take the time to go visit our set. It's great when you're making a movie, everything's so temporary. The film survives, but the sets and the costumes and the props that you make, they all just get thrown away. And so I'm delighted that Hobbiton has managed to survive, and I'm really pleased that you're taking the time to visit it, and I hope that you enjoy yourself.
So we've just finished our bus ride down to the Hobbiton set and we've just arrived and we're waiting for our tour guide to get ready and start off our tour.
Okay, we've just come in through the entry of the movie set where Gandalf came in first in the movie, and we get to have the first glimpse of the Hobbiton set. It is really incredible. It's quite interesting being here with all the fog. It's so misty and makes it a, sort of an extra level of magicness. But yeah, it's so cool and we're really enjoying our tour guide, Ben. He is so funny and it has been a lot of fun so far.
So the yellow one, that's at 90% human scale. Green and blue ones, they're at 60% human scale. That's to do exactly the same thing. So normal people like you or I, we're putting in front of the yellow Hobbit hole, they put nice big props in front of us, and it would shrink us down to Hobbit size. But for the characters that actually had to be big, they would only be done at the 60% scale doors. Made them look a lot bigger than what they actually are again. You'd never get these two scales in the same shot though. It would just look really weird when if you had a teeny tiny one next to a huge one, wouldn't really work with it. So each Hobbit hole really is unique, and they did all have their own specific purpose during the film of the movies. There is one other famous scene that happens here. I'm sure you've all spotted the famous one, despite it all being misty up there. It's quite cool and ominous. Bag End, got the big green door at the top of the hill. You can see it very faintly. And Ben Willow wakes up one fateful morning. He decides to have a bit of a change of mind. He also realises he's running a little bit late. So he comes rushing out that door, he runs down the hill, up over this hill in the background, hops the fence to the back of the Veggie Gun, he goes sprinting past one of his neighbours. The neighbour shouts, "Here, Mr. Bilbo, where are you off to?" But he replies, "Can't stop, I'm already late." "Late for what?" As he's running back out the cut and we came through, he replies with 5 famous words. Anyone know what those 5 famous words are? I'm going on an adventure, he shouts with his contract waving in the wind as he runs out the curtain. Since I think you picked these guys to the post, you have now been nominated by the entire group to reenact that scene. So I'm just going to tell you a little bit about this area. It's called the Dell. It's essentially a little village within a village. We've got, I don't know, 7 or so Hobbit holes around us. Got their own little woodcutters where we stood, their own little veggie patch at the back over there. But as I've sort of mentioned earlier on, each Hobbit hole really is unique. They'll have their own unique props outside them, they all have their own unique jobs. So as we walk around the movie set, I want you to play a little game of yourselves. I want you to see if you can guess what each of the Hobbits did for a job based on the props outside the house. Sounds very silly, very childish, I know, but there is a bit of a method to the madness. I'm going to reveal why we play the game before we actually play it. Firstly, it's to force you to look at the little things. If you're trying to guess what someone does for a job, you have to look at the props outside their house. Force you to look at the intricacies. But I also play this game to hype up the gardeners even more. So not only do they have to replant this every season like I mentioned, they actually have to play this game as well. They have to correspond each of the flowers you see in each of the gardens to the Hobbit holes to the jobs of those Hobbits.
So we're just making our way up the hill. Our tour guide is fantastic. We've done this tour a few times now. I think he actually might be one of my favourites. He's telling lots of good stories and also very welcoming of questions. And as I say, once you ask a question, he really loves to get into his stories. So really enjoying this tour so far. But yeah, we're making our way up the hill. I'm going to be checking out some of the more Hobbit holes up the top, and also we're heading towards the new one that you can walk through as well.
You should get really excited. Back end, you can see it up close and personal now. We'll have another look at that artificial tree. It's very fancy, it's very cool. But these are the new leaves, if you will. These are the fancy plastic leaves. They have to get it has to get re-leaved every maybe 10 years or so, something like that. Saves us repainting them every few weeks, put it that way. Would you have noticed if it wasn't pointed out to you? No, I definitely would have. Birds nest in it all year round, like I say. The old Hobbit hole is the original one. I know it looks like there's interior, but there really isn't. It's just that left wall that's painted, just on the side, and that was only painted so the shots could be made of Martin Freeman opening and closing the door during the film The Hobbit movies. Remember Gandalf comes knocking, all the dwarves come falling in later on, that's what it was there for. But beyond that porch, beyond that little painted wall, beyond that 7-8 foot or so, is where a bit more magic happens. I like to think it's real magic. I'll see what you guys think. I reckon you open that big green door, you take a step into the porch, you take one more step, and you're teleported. Dum dum dum. Teleported to the mystical, the wondrous, the enchanting lands of Wellington. We added the interior to was the pub. Get to enjoy a nice cold drink there in a minute. Then we did the interior to the mill house. We have our second breakfast in there. Some beautiful weddings, functions and stuff. And now I'm proud to announce we have just finished construction of our first 2 Hobbit hole interiors. You actually get to go inside these ones, and they are very fair.
This is incredible. There is so much detail everywhere, like every nook and cranny there's some unique thing. It's so incredible. Like over by the bunk beds, there's little shelvings, all these little figurines, and yeah, it's so cool being like, it's my height sort of place. It's quite fun. But yeah, so much detail, even audio, like in the section I'm in, I think it must be a kids room, and you can actually hear like children. So it's really incredible, all the details. I know I'm saying incredible a lot, but like we're blown away with how amazing this is.
We're just nearing the end of the internal tour of the Hobbit hole. It's incredible, way bigger than I thought it was going to be. It's pretty much full house, Hobbit hole. It's got all the different rooms. You've got the lounge, the bathroom, the bedroom, little like kids rooms. It moves into like the kitchen, and then there's other little dining areas. Phenomenal, and so many working parts, so many things to check out. All the details, the things that you can actually touch in this area are amazing. So incredible to look at.
Okay, so we've just finished exploring in the Hobbit hole. It was so amazing. There's so much detail in there. You get to go into like the main living area, and then after a little while they let you into the kitchen. There is actually 2 holes, but they're identical. They just break up the group so that you have more room to explore. My only criticism was it was only 15 minutes you got to look in there. It would have been nice to have a bit longer, just because there's so much detail. The work they put into it to make it like feel so realistic is incredible. But we're making our way down to the Green Dragon, and we're going to get some drinks. There is beer, there's cider, and there's ginger beer. And then after that, we're going to head over to the mill for our second breakfast. Okay, here we're at the Green Dragon. It's so amazing here. We're going to head on in and get a drink.
Us all got some ginger beer, and it's actually a pretty good ginger beer. We normally get that when we come here, and it's really good, but we're looking forward to heading into our second breakfast next.
With being the second breakfast, we get the Green Dragon first up, so it's really empty, so you really get to explore and look at it, all the different details in here. And the 2 fireplaces are going. It's so nice, warm and cozy. But yeah, it's pretty incredible. I think we're almost time getting close to going over to the mill. Okay, so we've just finished up at the second breakfast. It was delicious. They had such amazing food, a good spread, and they also do dietary food as well. So like we have 2 in our group that are vegan, and so they had a huge plate of food, which was really good. And then for the rest of us, there was lots of different types of food, meats, breads, cheeses, eggs, everything. It was so good and delicious, and there's drinks, and then at the end there's sort of tea and coffee as well if you want. Yeah, we're going to head on out, go back over to where the Green Dragon is, and then we're going to be meeting up with our group and going back on the bus. Okay, we've had such a lovely time being back here at the Hobbiton and experiencing it in a whole different way, in the sense that with all the fog everywhere, it's been very mystical and magical. It's lifting a lot more now, which is making it like even another different view, which has been pretty amazing.
Yeah, I've had a great time being here. It's been really cool being able to experience it, and I love being able to go into the Hobbiton holes for the first time.
Yeah, that's definitely really good. It's lots of fun, and then the food was really good as well at the second breakfast. If you can get the second breakfast, it is definitely worth it. It's just an extra layer of I don't know, magic, I suppose you could say. There are different meal packages you can do, like they do a dinner and they do a lunch as well, but yeah, it is pretty amazing.
Yeah, but I hope you like this video, and if you could please like and subscribe to our channel, and we will see you guys next time. Bye!